You know what really blows my mind? Really blows my mind. How we have big politicians, big city leaders, people in Congress, what so have you, asking why the crime rate is so high. Where have you been for the past 2 defunded years? It blows my mind the lack of common sense that correlates police with rise in crime. It is a very, very simple measurement. And, well, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. First, last year, they went after a police officer's Bill of Rights. They went after qualified immunity. And for those of you who don't actually truly know what qualified immunity means, it's like an insurance umbrella. Would you drive your car without insurance? I don't think you would. I mean, though some people do, I don't think many of you would. A police officer's Bill of Rights includes what's called qualified immunity. Qualified immunity is the very thing that allowed, and I say allowed because it's gone in most places, police officers do their job in a safe manner. What does that mean? It means that police officers are human beings. They are subject to error. They are subject to making mistakes. It means that they are not always going to get it right. In the sense that they acted in accordance with their department's policy and within the law, and they got it wrong, they would be covered. It doesn't cover malice. What happens when you remove a officer's ability to get it wrong, where they're going to stop trying to get it right all the time by generally just stop trying. Okay? Put this into perspective and put this into an actual scenario. You see a guy walking down the street towards a bank with a mask on his face and what appears to be a gun on his hip. Given some weather conditions, it's cold outside, so the mask may be somewhat acceptable, but he's got a full face covering mask. Illegal? No. Suspicious? Sure. Along with the idea that there's a possible gun on his hip because it's bulging out of his side, well, now you got a little bit more. You go to stop this person, he gets spooked, and he fights you. Okay, well, you get him into custody, everything's well. He comes to find out the mask is just nothing more than a face mask, and that gun that you thought was on his hip is nothing more than a cell phone attached to a clip. No law broken, no offense committed. Was the officer wrong? No, he wasn't wrong, because he had what's called reasonable suspicion that a crime was about to occur. He had reasonable suspicion that the person may have been armed. So he had the duty and the legal right to intervene in what he thought was about to happen. Police don't have to wait for a crime to happen to act. They just have to have suspicion that one is about to occur. So when you remove that ability for police officers to get it wrong, well, you're going to stop a lot of cops from even trying. Along with defunding the police. And this is where everybody wants to follow this woke generation who has no clue what they're talking about. They have no idea, not even an ounce of common sense, to think that defunding the police would not somehow correlate to a rise in crime, a rise in criminality. Well, if you have less police and less resources, who's going to stop the criminals? Who's going to lock up bad guys? I mean, it's really just common sense things. And you see, the problem here now is you can refund the police all you want. The long-term effects have already been put into play. Nobody really wants to be a cop in these days, and applaud to those who do. But we need to stop with the following the woke generation. We need to stop thinking that just because there is a mass outcry for something that is wrong doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right no matter how many people agree with it. Everything that in this generation that offends somebody doesn't mean that it's wrong. If I tell you the truth and it offends you, then so be it. We have to learn to be adults. We have to learn to converse with one another, and understand a difference of opinion is nothing shy of that. There are things that we are told in life that offend us. It's part of life. There are a lot of things that have been said to me growing up that offended me. But you know what it did? It made me a better person. Because I took that constructive criticism and did something about it. Nowadays, if you give somebody constructive criticism, oh, they want to cancel everything. Everything is oppressive. Everything is racist. Everything is this and everything is that. When it could simply just be constructive criticism. Now, I'm not taking away from real world problems, and I'm not going out on a limb and saying that there aren't some real issues in the world today, but I think some of the issues that we are fighting each other about were not big as issues as we thought they were until they were created. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys enjoy this. Well, it's kind of cold over here, but I hope you guys are having a good day, man. And in all honesty, keep going. I think things are going to get better. I believe in, I would say 2022, but I said that last year, and this year turned out quite interesting. Hope you guys are doing good. Stay safe. Officer Parker here.